That was just a sample of how brutal the show gets in Season 2. So, Season 2 is going to be spoilerific. So, if you guys do not want to watch this video, I suggest you leave right now because you will be spoiled. This review is for people who have seen the show already and wanted to know my opinion on it. Well, you have a huge cast returning. Charlie Cox, Deborah, Eldon, and Vincent, Royce, and we have a new cast joining. Two new people, Frank Castle and Elektra, played by John, and I don't know the actress's name for Elektra, but this season is very different, and it puts Daredevil's brutal second season, it puts the superheroes on trial. The Punisher and Elektra force Matt Murdock to confront his actions, and this is something that was very different from the first season. What's new? Showrunners Marco Ramirez and Douglas announced that the Season 2 of Marvel Daredevil would bring the Punisher to the Marvel Universe. And you're probably wondering, why is Shane from Walking Dead why was he cast? But he did a phenomenal job. He brought this character to life. The conflict between law and vigilante is the subtext of many modern superhero tales. And Matt Murdock, lawyer by day, is a baddie club and protector of Hell's Kitchen by night, brings the inherent violent breaking the law to stop violent lawbreakers from front and center. Through episodes 1 through 4, you are automatically pulled into the action, and it leaves you right where you left off. It's to the credit of all involved in the season that have showdown. There's so many good fight scenes. As Season 2 begins, Matt's more or less happy guy. So, if you guys remember for the first season, Wilson Fisk is in jail, and the office of Nelson and Murdoch is full of the downtrodden seeking legal help from the men who helped bring the Kingpin. So, the firm itself is still broke as their clients supply Murdoch, partner Foggy Nelson, and Karen Page with mountains of home-cooked food and payment. So, nevertheless, when we first see Matt in the armored red and black costume that replaced his original black ninja wear, I was like, wow. But a lot of people were complaining about the final suit that was in the last episode. But you notice they change it in these episodes as the story progresses and as the characters and all the different things that take place in this progress. So that's good. Charlie Cox, again, looking apparently toned and rather than Captain America jacked, gets to show off some different colors than normal. Tortured, and even from the last season, they all look good on him, which is freaking cool. Satisfying opponents. So when Gathering of Hell's Kitchen, Irish mob is mastered with ruthless military, Matt sets out to stop the man responsible. So there's so much action. But they introduce Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, played by John, aka Shane from The Walking Dead. And right when you start watching the first couple episodes, you think, well, this doesn't feel like a Terminator movie, does it? Literally, Frank Castle is just walking around, shooting shit up with his shotgun, rifle, pistol, whatever you name it. He has any type of gun, and he's just walking around killing thugs and bringing down these henchmen. Fucking badass. I love how they made him so dark. This is probably the best portrayal of the Punisher, aka Frank Castle, that I've ever seen. Next to the movie was Thomas Jane, which was real good, but oh man, the intensity of that John brings to the Punisher is huge. Frank Castle gives ways to the season's other favorite anti-hero. Elektra is played by Elodie Young, that's her name if I'm pronouncing it right. Murdoch classifies his former love as bored, spoiled, little, and also rich, although one with incredible fighting skills. She's kind of like a Catwoman. She kicks a lot of ass. Having become some manner of thrill-happy international crimes assassin, she is still in love with Matt. And you could totally tell that Young brings such addition to the season as her purring, even intensity throughout the season grows as Matt's confidence in his own righteousness is portrayed throughout the season. In the pair of flashback scenes, a floppy, banged-up cock shows us a reckless and sexy Matt Murdock, which is freaking cool. Even, here's a huge spoiler, the Kingpin returns. Yes, he returns. Vincent D'Onofrio brings back Wilson Fisk, and definitely he was missed. At least so far, he didn't appear in the 7 episodes available later within the story. But wow, he's in prison now. You know, you remember Kingpin being left in prison, so you know where he was left. So you see Kingpin in a few episodes. You also see him and the Punisher confront each other, and I like how that was well managed. It also did justice, and it was very impressive in my honest opinion. And while he was in it, he was only in it for a few episodes. But another thing I like to say is, while Elektra's part is basically focusing around Matt and Karen love triangle, it might be predictable, but also is a good performance. Although everyone involved in the season has to deliver their takes on justice and morality, these actors managed to lend every position the weight of conviction, which is impressive. I am so impressed with it. This is probably one of the best comic book shows I've seen, next to The Flash. Daredevil, the character, has always been a second favorite hero of mine in the universe. Personally, I love, apart from some eavesdropping skills, and the lovely scene where Matt traces the path of a single raindrop during Walk in the Rain with Karen, is phenomenal. Murdock's powers aren't overdone in my honest opinion, as not powered foes like Castle and Elektra get the best of him more than once. And I mean, there's tons of violence. I love the new fight scene where Daredevil is going down the stairs, kicking the shit out of all these guys, and the Hand. The only one thing I will agree with Whitey, the reviewer who also reviewed Daredevil, is there's too many ninjas. I understand that the Hand is full of ninjas, but it's okay to see a few ninjas popping from here to there, but from time to time to be seeing them over and over again, it just kind of gets repetitive, and it's something that really kind of bothered me. But for the most part, they got their asses beat, and the world has been lost. The priest replies simply to Murdock with wisdom, giving him more advice on how to emerge from the Hand and how to defeat them. It's such a good show. I mean, the connection between the characters, the way John brings the Punisher is fantastic. The violent scenes you see in this, the upgrade to his suit is a lot better. It's more detailed, and also in the red eyes of the cowl, you could see that it brings more darkness to his character. I love the fight scenes, the action, and I love the romantic triangle between Elektra, Karen, and Matt. I also don't like the downfall of what happened between Foggy and Matt, how they're not together working in the firm anymore, law office. I hope that season 3 will bring us them getting back together, because right now at the end of season 2 you kind of see them going their separate ways, which was kind of sad, and I was waiting for them to get back together. But overall, I like the ending. A lot of people were kind of like, it could have been better, but honestly, I like how he confronts Karen and finally tells her that he's Daredevil. She looks at him with this look on his face, like kind of like she already knew, how when Mary Jane found out Peter Parker was Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2, she kind of knew already. That's how I felt that the ending ended. Also, when Matt was getting his ass handed to by the Hand, you see the Punisher, Frank, actually from above, top of a building, and he has his signature skull logo, which was, I was like, yay! That was awesome. This season, people ask me, critical, is this better than season 1? And I'm gonna say, hell yes. This season is a lot better than season 1. It brings more action and more intensity into the season. Even though I love season 1, I'd have to go with season 2. Both seasons are overall good, but I love season 2 more. It develops the characters, it brings more action, and also more love and fight. So I'd have to give the season a 10 out of 10 because it's perfect in my honest opinion, and I can't wait till season 3. This has been another review of Daredevil season 2, and I'll bring you more movie reviews and also TV show reviews. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Critical Redemption out. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Justin Stahl. He is amazing. He does all my work. He does shout outs for me all the time, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, take care, and most of all, happy movie hunting.